It really intrigues me too, because like not only did you guys manage to scale the company without investors, but you started with electronics and continue doing electronics, and that's a really crazy difficult segment. Like, I mean, that's hard,
I think our product and operations team, like the people who are there to make the product, I think is 60 people.
That's insane.
I mean, it's hiring the right people that know how to hire the right people, and just, you know, again, another area where I consider myself lucky that I found the right people that can do it. But yeah, it's a massive effort. These things aren't ordered out of a catalog. I know that a lot of companies out there in the space do that. There are a lot of factories that manufacture. There are some products that are made in concerning fashion. I didn't think about saying this, but like there's some ceramics out there that we see people using where they're like, oh shit, if this is that kind, like this is known to be harmful. You cannot use that. And that's because factories in China are making this.
Not all ceramics are the same.
Somebody here is ordering it, just wanting to sell a product, and that's the business for many people. And so, yeah, I am very, very proud, not just for the amount of people that we employ to make these brilliant devices and how smart they are, but that we're really pushing the space forward. And it can be a little bit of a bummer for me at times, where some people have this view of us of like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just ordering this shit from a catalog like everyone else. And it's like, dude, we're making the catalog. Like,
I've seen the department in your guys' office that makes that stuff. I was just there pretty recently.
Yeah.
So,
did they take you by like the testing machines and like?
We saw a good chunk of it in there when we went and hit the 3D XXL or whatever you guys are calling it now.
The 10XL, we've called it.
The 10XL is the official name now. I like that.
I mean, there's no official name. It's just a weird fucking
It'll
thing
never be an official product, I don't think.
But yeah, it's not even just that they're working hard every day. Like they're pushing the limits of what we understand about consumption.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, as somebody who's heavily in the R&D room but can't relay our findings yet because we're still discovering, like what we're learning about how people consume, about the efficacy of goes beyond just like the flavor and the vapor. How do you take something like this and make sure your body is absorbing as much of it as it can with no waste? Those are the problems we're tackling internally, and we should probably be better at marketing them. We do it for us. And I at times feel like,
because you want to get higher.
Oh, I want to know. Like we have a bunch of, I think it's maybe puffco.com/testing. Can you ask Grant what that link is? We have
we'll throw it up too. You guys can
we have a link on our website that shows all the testing we've done in our products that are ISO testing, all done to like FDA standards.
That's sick.
We're not going for FDA approval. We don't
they're not regulating you. You're just doing it.
We do not have to do that.
Yeah.
That is not something we have to do. There's no regulatory body saying, Puffco, we want to see this testing on your product to know what it's like. We've done all of the testing. Why? Because we use these products, dude. I don't want to use this shit and get sick from it.
You want to make sure you're safe.
In a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And if you go and you ask any other vaporizer company, hey, where are the lab reports? Not even where are they? Do you do this testing? Can you say you're approved for these ISO testing standards? You might not see a single one. And like, we know that we're doing the most testing ever done on concentrate devices in history. Our fear is we are the only testing done on concentrate devices in history. And that puts us in a little bit of a weird category with everyone else in the space, because we're doing what we can, we're pushing the limits as safely as we can. And then again, another company is going to be like, what do you mean? Same shit, different storm? Like, you know, anyways. So I hate that like negative approach to it. It's just like that is sometimes not within our own community, but the energy on the outside world of like, all these things are the same. And it's like, well, when you show your work, it's just not.
100%. And I mean, there's a lot of companies out there that just straight up knock you guys off. There's a lot.
There are businesses built on that, for sure.
Yes, there are entire businesses that are built on knocking off the products that you've developed. And I think a trend that I've noticed at least is you guys will drop something, and then a lot of brands will drop something that's really similar technologically and just like has a different shell. You know?
In a best case scenario, it has a different shell.
Yes. Best case scenario, it has a different shell.
I at least appreciate those that are trying to make it look a little bit different. I mean, one, it's something I've been used to since 2015. That was the first time one of our products was knocked off heavily, intentionally. I've had a long, long journey with that. it comes with innovating. If you make amazing things that are really popular, people are going to try to knock them off.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
And I had also read online before we got into this that the first time that you guys started experiencing knockoffs, you didn't have your patents locked in. So you kind of just had to move along and develop something new.
It was a hard lesson, man. Yeah, so
That's tough to get over. That's
This
hard.
fucking
Yeah,
thing.
you're slamming that.
I know how to use
It's
it.
really-
I've had more time to hit this one.
I think it's really perfect on that kind of size too, because also, I mean, this is like
That's a lot more
This
to
is a
fill up, for
huge,
sure.
like, heavy piece. I mean, that is like that's my daily dabbering.
So
I'd never dab out of this.
The first knockoff, right? So yeah, we do get knocked off. There's not much we can do. I think we try to file some patents, but like, it was so early on, and we had such a small understanding.
Yep.
Nothing would have came from it. As far as for people who create, you're gonna get knocked off. It's gonna happen. I think that the first time you get knocked off, it's tough because it's your baby. It's the thing that took you from nothing to something, and that will always be sacred. And to someone else, it doesn't even matter. It's just an
Not at all.
opportunity. They're just there to make money with it. They're laughing at the fact that you even care because it's nothing to them and it's everything to you. And that is your first lesson, your first day in the real dojo of being an innovator. Like, that's what's going to happen. Are you somebody who does and creates, are you somebody who goes and creates new things? Your job is to create. Your job isn't to create once and retire. You're not going to hit that fucking lick. Your job is to come in and show up and constantly innovate. Same thing if you're a content creator. If you go and you hit an amazing format or meme format and it blows up and now everyone is doing it and everyone is taking your baby, you got to come through with another one and then another one and then another one.
Every time.
And the more you look at our devices, I mean, like, how long will it be until there's something like this coming in the future? It's going to happen, you know, and in some ways we will be protected, and in some ways we might not be. Is this thing not working?
It's okay. We'll figure
cool.
it out.
As long as it's recording.
No, yeah, we got it.
Okay,
It's
cool.
rolling right now. We're good.
But it's a guarantee to happen, and, you know, Puffco is in this great position of, one, having things like the hot knife. Like, there was something that is not similar to this, but similar enough that when we invented this, we were like, let's not patent it. Someone else had made a heated loading tool before. Now that somebody else made a heated tool before. It was never really meant for loading. But they made a heated tool. So we're not the first ever to make a heated tool.
Okay.
Now we could have patented this, the shape of this that you see, that damn near every single one uses.
Yep.
The fact that it's ceramic, that it heats off really quickly, that it cools back really quickly.
100%.
That is something that is a Puffco invention. We just didn't fucking patent it. This one we didn't do intentionally, of like, we'll feel like people will hate us if we do this. And then it's been ripped off so badly that I'm like, God damn, not even every e-rig company, like, there's a million of these in the space.
Yeah,
and a new one
100%.
being released every day.
There's so many.
But now we get, and the same thing, if you're a content creator, eventually you get to the place where you can protect some of your work. And right now, we feel really confident that we have a great ability to invent. We have an amazing ability to protect. And what we can't protect, we will continue to innovate.
Yeah.
Like, we know that's our path in life. So, yeah, if you're in the game of creation, take getting knocked off as your first day in the dojo, because like that shit you have
Should
to
be
work
flattered,
through.
maybe.
I would say beyond flattered, being very present and aware that this is going to be a part of your life. If this is the only time you ever feel like you've created something, I'm sorry, never meant for that success. Just had an idea, lots of people had ideas, yours hit. If you were meant to constantly add and create and provide things that people need, well, then that's just the first time that happened, and it ain't gonna be the last. And for Puffco, it's never over. No matter how many patents we have, like, people will keep going and going, and we'll do what we can, we'll protect, and then we'll also innovate.
And do you think that potentially there was any adverse effect from any of the people who knocked you off, where in return maybe they inadvertently promoted your brand, where people got those and they're wondering, well, what's better than this? And people started saying Puffco.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's happened. I think that there almost certainly are people that tried a knockoff brand, used it, thought e-rigs suck, met a Puffco user and were like, oh shit, they don't suck.
This is chugging.
And then started using a Puffco device. I don't know if that's helped them. I think what a lot of especially the copycats, because if it's not copying our tech,
Yes.
then it's fine. Like people will know the reason why it doesn't work as well. But if you're copying our tech and it's not very good and you're minimizing the innovation, man, some people are just not, they're never going to get to the experience they want. And like, there's a reason why we have a 3D chamber and we don't heat from the bottom and heat all the way up the side. There's many reasons, from efficiency to flavor to how it will work for you specifically. And then when people start muddying that story and then framing it as innovation, it just makes it hard for the average user to see what's the truth. And in my mind, unfortunately for the users, like, we're doing our best to protect them from malicious people in the space. But unfortunately, like, I think they should be turning to the community, or like turning to their friends and asking them what works. Anyways,
You're speaking facts about that.
Like, are there going to be some knockoffs that are maybe a little bit cheaper? Yeah, but like the difference is so. I'm only saying it because there's a lot of people that are budget shopping, and my only case for you is you're going to save a little bit of money but lose a lot on experience. And so some people, they only have the option to go for a bootleg, right? Like, reps are huge in fashion culture. People are buying knockoff
100%.
stuff.
The fashion reps are fine, sometimes kind of ish.
Listen,
you know?
if it's in your budget, if it's the only way you can look fly, it is what it is.
As long as you stand on it, you know? Like, if your homie, I'm not going to tell my homie my face shit's real.
If the difference for the rep and the real thing is 220 to 150, and the difference in quality is one ain't going to make it through a wash cycle and one is going to last you forever, it's silly to choose the cheaper thing.
You're right.
And it's not cheaper for you.
It's a short-sighted decision.
So, like, I don't want to talk about the knockoffs and that, like, they'll always exist. I'm comfortable with them as I talk about innovation. But for the consumer, we're getting closer and closer to being affordable where it counts, in the price point where people can really engage in it. So just do your best to choose what works for you. And I'll never be mad at somebody for choosing the knockoff. I just don't want to feel sad for somebody who didn't know better to get something that will really work for them.
100%.